A tips and advice video about how to grow your YouTube channel. Hey y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is vipmianinel if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. I have a lot of stuff written down. This is just like the one page. I have a whole bunch on the other page. I'm gonna be looking down, so if you see me looking down, that's why. I want to make sure I wrote everything down to let y'all know everything that I know. I've done a lot of research on how to grow my YouTube channel because by the end of this year, I'm reaching 10K. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So my topics for today's video is basics, do's and don'ts, equipment, apps I use/recommend, content, monetization, video ideas, and safety. So the first thing I'm gonna start with is basics. So when people create their channels, a lot of people don't have presentable channels. Nothing is set up, their channel is just all over the place or just has nothing to it. So the first thing that you need to do before anything, you need to create a channel name and create a banner and have a nice profile picture. So for your name, I do recommend that you use your actual name. For example, I use vipmianinel, that's my first and middle name. I use that because I want to brand myself as who I am. I want people to know that I am vipmianinel. There's no one out there like me. When you do pick your name, make sure you don't change it. Make sure that when you do pick your name, you stick with that because you don't want to keep changing up your name, and you want your name, whatever channel name you decide, to be who you are and your brand. For your channel banner, you can look on YouTube, there's on TikTok a whole bunch of tutorials on how to make a YouTube banner. I went on Canva, just found one, and I just made it my own, switched it up a little bit. You do your channel banner, you want to like kind of make it yourself, like make it a twist to who you are and what involves your entire niche of your channel. So that kind of brings me to my next point. So when you're starting your channel, you want to pick a niche. I don't think you should like restrict yourself to one singular thing. So if you want to do vlogs, don't just post vlogs because it won't reach a lot of people because people don't know who you are. So you do hair, let's say you do hair, do a tutorial on how to do hair and kind of incorporate vlogs into it, or do like how-to videos, or do sit-down videos of different things. Like it can range, and I don't want you to just stick to one thing and you're not getting any reach, because that's what will happen. People will see that you're posting the same thing and get bored. So make sure that you're switching it up, not too much. Like don't post like, let's say you're cooking and then next you're talking about race cars. You get what I'm saying? Like that's too much of a difference. People are gonna not want to subscribe because your next video is unpredictable. I just want to say that when you are starting your journey, do not compare yourself to any other YouTuber. Do not, because honestly y'all, comparison is a thief of joy. Like, people grow at different rates. You're gonna go slower than, you might go slower than a YouTuber, or you might go faster than the other YouTuber, but you cannot let that get you down, because honestly y'all, it can be discouraging. I know I was going through a rough patch because I'm like, dang, like I'm posting, I'm trying to be consistent and nothing's budging, like I'm not growing. But slow progress is still progress at the end of the day, y'all. So make sure you're just being humble and you are appreciating every single person that does subscribe to you. I am so appreciative of every single one of you that have decided to join my team or join my family of my whole YouTube journey, because it has been a journey. So just make sure you're just being as positive and speak into existence what you want to happen. Don't be negative, or negative things could happen. Do's and don'ts. So I have a lot more don'ts in this aspect because a lot of people do some things they shouldn't do on their channel. So the first thing is, don't post a Q&A. Do not post a Q&A, because honestly nobody cares. No one cares what your favorite color is, when your birthday, because people don't know you. People don't care to know you unless you provide them with entertainment, knowledge, tutorials, something like that, and that can form into something else of them wanting to get you to know you personally. But I rarely see Q&As take off. There's like once in a blue moon that I do see a Q&A on a brand new channel take off. So I mean, if you want to, you can, but I recommend not. I do recommend that you do a what's on my iPhone. Everybody's looking up what's on my iPhone. People want to know what's up with the latest iPhone. So if you do post anything as your first video ever, I do recommend a what's on my iPhone. My next don't is do not do sub for sub. Sub for sub is the worst thing you can do for your channel. One, you may do sub for sub, but that person may never ever even look at one single video that you post. They may sub to you, and actually they may sub to you, you sub to them, and they might unsubscribe to you. because they got the subscribe from you. So they might even do you wrong like that and do you dirty. So honestly, y'all, doing stuff for some is not gonna do nothing. Subscribers actually should be the least amount of your worries. The hardest thing to accomplish is the 4,000 watch hours, which I'm gonna get into during the monetization. But completing the 4,000 watch hours is a difficult task. So you should be trying to accomplish that. You should be actually telling people to look at your videos more than to subscribe to you, because you will end up getting to that mark. What you should do is interact with your audience. So if you get a comment or you get like any type of question on any of your shorts or videos, make sure you're responding, doing some type of acknowledgement to your supporters. Don't act like you famous. Don't act like you just got you big-ish. Like, don't do that, because people will see that, one, and you're not even all that. Even if you are all that, I definitely recommend that you still try to interact with your audience as much as you can, because they will appreciate that and still want to come back and revisit your channel, want to get to know you more. Your supporters are the main reason your channel is even blowing up, is even going anywhere, because of those people that are watching you and deciding to tune in. So make sure that you are, even if you get one comment on just one video or whatever, or short, make sure you're commenting back, saying a thank you, saying I appreciate the support, saying how much you are humble and just appreciative for them and them deciding to tune into you. Because there are so many YouTubers on YouTube that they can decide to look at. They can literally scroll past your channel, but they decided to tune into you. So the next don't is don't clickbait. Do not do that. Do not do that. Oh my gosh. Don't do that, because one, people will find out it's clickbait. So if you're doing yoga in a video and you put that you cooking, people are gonna be like, girl, what is this? Like, I didn't know this was like a cooking channel. I don't want this. I want to see some yoga. So don't do that. Like, make sure that whatever you're doing in that video, you display it as the thumbnail. Your thumbnail is literally like your first impression. You want to make a good first impression to those viewers, that audience that is wanting to watch your channel. That's the first thing that is going to catch their eye. So make sure you're taking the time to do your thumbnails. Another do that I have is make sure, I recommend that you kind of get content off of other content creators. So let's say you are a vlogger and you follow, or let's say you're a gamer and you go to Corey Kenshin's gaming channel and you want to do something similar to him. Don't copy verbatim what he's talking about, or like, don't try to be him, because people are going to see that. They're going to see through that real fast, and people don't want a Corey Kenshin 2.0. They want to see what you bring to the table. Put your own spin to it. So, you know, add something to the table where they're going to be like, oh my gosh, he's so funny, or he's so whatever, he's so nice, he's kind, or she's kind. Whatever the case is, don't try to be someone that you're not, because people will see through that really, really easily, and you won't get that subscriber or that view that you want. You get what I'm saying? Learn to take constructive criticism. Many people will give their feedback in the comments, or just be like, you know, they think you should do something different. And I'm not saying to take any hate, but I am saying that people will genuinely like what you're putting out, but maybe they might have a comment or two that you can fix. And that's something that you need to take in consideration and change immediately, because they see that you're taking in what they're saying. So they're gonna be like, okay, like, I see that she's putting in the work. She's doing kind of what I want to watch. Like, you're putting out content that these people want to watch. So they're gonna be more inclined to look back at your channel and click on your next upcoming video, and so on and so forth. Equipment. So for beginners equipment, I have tripod, ring light, and iPhone. So for a beginner, I really don't see an issue with beginners getting cameras. I have 300 subscribers and I have my own camera. I just bought it like maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago or so, and I freaking think that's the best thing I could have ever done for my YouTube channel. I love it so much. But of course, cameras are not cheap, y'all. They are not, by far, they are not cheap. It is an investment. So make sure that if you do decide you're a beginner, make sure that you do some research, and make sure like you really think about the purchase before you do it. But that's why I don't really recommend having a camera. But if you want to get it, get it. Like, there shouldn't be nothing stopping you. If you feel like you're going to be consistent, then do that. But as a beginner, if you did want to just test it out and see if like you actually liked editing, you liked filming in public, you liked just filming in general, your life, your vlogs, your how-to videos, tutorials, then try it out with your iPhone. And honestly, an iPhone is not that bad. Like you spend thousands of dollars on an iPhone, use a bad camera. These things are so much. I think this thing costs more than a camera. So I mean, come on, like use what you got. So as a beginner, I mean, using your iPhone is fine as well. Like you're gonna get far either way. So it's really up to you what you decide to do. For my advanced YouTubers, I do recommend a camera. I have the Sony ZV-1 Sony ZV-1F, and there's also a Sony ZV-1, and there's like a Canon Mark 7 G7 something. I'm not too fond of the Canon cameras, but I am fond of the Sony. I got my Sony ZV-1 from Best Buy. You can also get a lot of this stuff, everything that I'm saying, you can pretty much go to Amazon. They have really good deals. Best Buy also had like a deal going on for their cameras, so I'm like, gotta snatch it up. I got it. So I do recommend Amazon for a lot of the equipment that I'm saying. Some other things that you need for advanced YouTubers, you need an SD card. I have my SD card reader. SD card reader right here, y'all. You literally need that to transfer your footage to your phone or iPad. I also recommend having an iPad for content, but that's another thing. But you also need a battery. You need batteries for your camera. I recommend for the Sony, the only con I have for it is that it dies very, very fast. Like it is one of the, like their battery life does not last long. So making sure to maybe stack up on batteries, it's not a bad idea. Just having also a battery charger for those batteries in case you're out vlogging or anything. You also need a ring light, a tripod holder. I actually have mine on a tripod holder. And I also recommend you need a SD card. So without the SD card, you cannot even film nothing on the camera. You need an SD card. That's how I'm filming, because all this footage goes on the SD card, and that's how I'm able to put it in the SD card reader and transfer it to my phone or to my iPad. Editing. So when you are editing, I recommend to do it on like either an iPad. You can do it off your phone. I actually do my videos mostly on my phone, sometimes on my iPad, but not a lot. Or getting a MacBook, or if you have one already, that's how you can do editing. But you need one of those things. I use CapCut for editing my videos. Another thing is thumbnails. I kind of talked about this in the beginning. When you are doing your thumbnails or your videos, you need to be as aesthetically pleasing as you can, because people want to look at that. People want to look at, wow, like encouraging and motivating and entertainment and everything. They want to look at that because it's providing something to that viewer. So make sure when you're doing, and thumbnails are literally your first impression. I know I keep saying this, but that's literally how your channel is gonna grow. Like YouTube pushes your video out and it literally does its own. Like you have no control over it. YouTube has control over it, of course, but it's also ultimately the viewer. If the viewer swipes or clicks off or just says, okay, I don't want to watch that, then it can kind of damage your click-through rate, all that. I'll get into that in monetization. Make sure that you're just putting effort into your thumbnail. Make sure when you're editing your thumbnail, make sure that you're editing it in a way that you would be like, I would click on that. Yep, click, I'm clicking on that. That's the next thing I'm watching. That looks so good. Like, I think that's amazing. So now to tell y'all what I use as far as apps. I use CapCut, Canva, Fonto, Files, YouTube, and Safari. So I use YouTube sometimes for music, for non-copyright music. Safari I use for symbols. A lot of the symbols that I get, or like heart symbols, I use those as well. Files app is where I get my footage. So if I'm using the SD card to transfer, I have to go to the Files app and get my footage to there to import to CapCut. I have actually CapCut Pro. I freaking love CapCut Pro. I feel like it does a really good job. I mean, you don't really need it. It's a free app. But if you wanted to take that next step, CapCut Pro is a really good step to take to give even more quality content, I should say. Another app I recommend is S.O.C.I.A.L.S. I love S.O.C.I.A.L.S. so much because it kind of gives you that motivation that you need to look how many subscribers you have. I have 335 subscribers. By the end of this year, I'm making 10K. I want 10K. I want a community more than anything. I want 10K subscribers, but I want a community. So even if it's less than 10K, but I have engagement, that's all I want, really. Like, I freaking love engagement. I love communicating with y'all. I love to hear y'all's opinions and everything. So another app that I recommend is the Notes app. The Notes app is actually where I do put some of my notes for content ideas. Sometimes I also write them down, but that just depends where I am. So if I'm out, I'll use my phone for my notes and I'll just write it there. Or you can use piece of paper, it's up to you. But I definitely recommend the Notes app because you could do like little check marks. Like I have check marks, I'm gonna show y'all. There you go. So that's what I have so far on my list. I think it's a good idea to use and you get a little check mark list off of it. Content, so for this area, you want to find out your niche. I kind of talked about this in the beginning, I believe. For your niche, you know, you want to put stuff out that has to deal with what you like to put out, but also thinking about the consumer and the, you know, the listener or whatever. You can't really be selfish on what you want to post until you have that audience, that community to sit there and watch it or enjoy it with you. So I would say like your first video should be a how-to. When you do content, just make sure you're not all over the place. Make sure you're finding out what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Try not to be all over the place, but be versatile. So if I like to do lifestyle, but I also like to do I'm a lash tech and nail tech. So I kind of incorporate that into the lifestyle. Tomorrow I'm gonna film like a how to do a classic set. So that's like that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a really good to incorporate already a skill that I have and incorporate it into my YouTube career. I think about what you're good at and how you can implement that into your YouTube career. Make sure when you're filming content, you are consistent. So when you in order to build a community, you need to be consistent. That's literally the only way you're gonna be able to grow. I recommend posting 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week, you're gonna definitely see change in your views. I already see changes in my views. Like I don't even remember making, I mean, it's only 100 or so, 200, but I'm grateful for it because every single person that sits there and watch it, even if they don't watch, oh look y'all, see, I just gained 2 subscribers. So I'm about to show you. I'll refresh it. Look, 337. See, so I'm gaining subscribers while I'm sitting here filming a video. You get what I'm saying? So just try to be consistent. If you actually want to be a YouTuber and are considering this as a career path, you have to be committed. Like there literally cannot be nothing standing in your way. You just got to be hungry enough to want to chase that. Like if this is your goal, you have to just put in the work because that's the only thing that's gonna pay off, and you're gonna see a change if you put in the work. The only way it's gonna ever happen is if you go ahead and do what you gotta do. You gotta put in the work. You gotta be committed. No one's gonna force you. No one is gonna sit here and try to hold your hand through it. You have to hold your own hand. You gotta sit there playing that content. I work a full-time job. I'm a business owner. I'm in school, y'all. Like it's a lot that I do, and I still try to find time to do what I have to do. As far as my YouTube career, I try to just incorporate it into my daily life because I have no other choice. I got no other choice but to sit there and try to do the best that I can to incorporate everything because I'm hungry and I want everything. I don't want to work for nobody. By next year, I don't want to work for no one. I don't want to be in a corporate office. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. That's why I put my heart, sweat, my everything, my blood and sweat and tears into YouTube, into my lash business, my nail business, my soon-to-be wax business, y'all. Like I'm really trying to just be my own boss. Monetization. So I guess YouTube changed like the requirements. At first it was 4,000 watch hours with 1,000 subscribers. Now it's 500 subscribers with 3,000 watch hours, I believe. So I think it's easier, but I think it's also like you don't get as many benefits as you would if you were like you met the original goal of 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So when you're looking to get your watch hours up, you need to post longer videos. People mainly want to watch longer videos. The longer people are watching, the more hours it'll go towards your total hours. So I'll show y'all like how many hours I have. I have 397 hours right now. So it's pretty low right now, but it's something, you know, I'm grateful for, and I'm getting up there. Regardless of what, I'm at 300, look y'all, 338. I just guaranteed another subscriber sitting here and doing a YouTube video. And I don't want to brag, but because I'm happy for every single, like, y'all go, when I hit 1,000, I'll be screaming. I'll be up the roof, because every milestone is something to be so proud of, because I believe YouTube can be something that you will work so hard for and be super proud of how far you come. That's why I want to be a part of it. Like, that's why I decided to do YouTube, because I love creating, I love editing, I love to put my mind to work. I want to let y'all know that be patient. That's the most that you could do. Only thing you could do is be patient. Also, many people think that you get paid by YouTube, but it's actually through AdSense. I've heard, I've done a little bit of research. You have to go through like a little thing, like a whole thing through AdSense to get paid, because of the ads that are in the videos. So those creators, when you watch through like their ads, they get paid. If you skip through an ad, I think they get paid less than what it originally is or whatever, but I know they get paid through AdSense. I'm not monetized yet, but by the end of this year, I hope to be monetized, and I hope to be further than what I am today. So I'm gonna be listing off some video ideas I have off my phone. So day in the life of like a lash tech or a teenager or someone working full time, hygiene routine, recreating Pinterest outfits, get ready with me, thrifting vlog, starting a new hobby, self-care vlog, you're my camera for a day vlog, do a photo shoot with me. I actually have a photo shoot coming up, so I'm going to be filming, period. Get a tattoo with me, moving vlog, decorate my room with me, spend a productive day with me, go shopping with me, skincare routine, night routine, morning routine, go for a walk with me, girl/guy talk, Shein haul, Temu haul, Fashion Nova haul. A lot of people like those. What I eat in a day/week, waking up at 5 a.m. for a week, come to work with me, maintenance vlog, cook/bake with me, shower routine, unwind with me, travel vlogs, weekend vlogs, clean with me, hair vlogs, everyday makeup. The last thing I want to address is safety. So keep in mind, you guys, you are putting your whole life, or your somewhat of your life, on YouTube, on social media. People are weird. There are many people that just leave nasty comments, or will just be really harsh to you, or just be really weird, will send you emails that are weird. Whatever the case may be, just make sure that you're protecting yourself at all costs. Make sure you're not using your address for anything. Try to invest in the PO box. Look out for scam emailers, and just be careful. Just try to like be attentive to what's going on. You have control over your social media. Don't put like your phone number out there. Don't put any sensitive information that people can grab and look you up. And yeah, y'all, so that's my little spiel on safety. So that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video and got something out of it. I hope to help one of y'all. If y'all have any comments, or if y'all have any questions or concerns or whatever y'all want to know from me, please leave them in the comments down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else you would like to see from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. Mwah. And see you in my next video. Bye.